All right, we are live. Welcome everyone to the Atheist Morph after party. And I just want to say I have a first timer in my after party who's new to the channel, Mr. Edward. Is it Shiriak? Is that how it's pronounced? There you go.
Well, it's Chiriac for the English ones.
Okay.
It's Chiriac for the French ones, and Kiriak for the Romanians.
Kiriak. Okay, gotcha. All right. It all sounds similar, anyways. But
I know.
Somebody's got something going on in the background I can hear. So that might be you, Morph.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. That's all right. It's okay.
Can I ask how you pronounce it in Klingon?
Klingon?
I wish I could. Yeah, I wish I could.
Let me just grab my Klingon English dictionary here and see what. Don't laugh. I actually have one.
Oh, no. Oh my God. Let's all nerd out.
Is it written in the blood of their enemies though?
I think
so.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yes, got to watch out for the Gach stains that are on it.
Gach, yeah. I really don't want to try that shit. That's for sure.
Yeah, especially with COVID-19 going around, talking like that, you'll just spit all over everyone, and you'll just spread it. Just unruly. Yeah.
Well, that's like when we just started. My band just got back together last Saturday. We couldn't do it today because my drummer was under the weather. What's up, Oz? We have to keep distancing, right? So my bass player is wearing a mask. He kind of has to because he works in an old folks home. He's managers an old folks home, so he's the one wearing the mask just in case because you can be asymptomatic, and so he wears the mask. The drummer doesn't really wear anything. I've already been tested. I know I don't have it. But I keep my distance from everyone else. So I moved my mic stand way back because I'm the singer. So when I'm singing the verses, I'm spewing shit everywhere. And I'm like, guys, you got to stay away from me during practice, just in case. Even though currently I'm from what I'm told, I don't have the coronavirus, but you never know. It's always better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, for like 3 days after surgery, every 3 days I had to get tested. It was really annoying.
Yeah, because they shove that thing in your nose, and you can feel it you can feel it in your testicles. In your brain.
Well, when they implant the microchip, Bill Gates' microchip, then then it's all the way in the back, and it makes your snot just swell up, and it's all gross. Yeah.
Somebody thinks you're Slender Man.
Did anybody see the tweet this morning with the guy who showed the tire, and he said to all Trump supporters, Barack Obama passed into law that there's a tracker in all of the tires on your car, and he showed a picture of the little valve, and he said, it's in there if you want to cut that off.
Oh, yeah.
That's where the little aerial is.
The GPS signal, yeah. Yeah,
I can laugh without it hurting. This is awesome.
Yeah, we just about killed you the last time you were in here.
So context, Mr. Morph and Mr. Edward, 4 weeks ago I had open heart surgery.
Oh, no.
They rip your sternum, open for that. And so I literally have a broken bone, this big sitting right here. And last week it was Randolph was just posting stuff that was just funny, and it hurt. It was like, cracked ribs. And so
literally.
And I had the most painful experience about 4 days ago. I had the first half of a sneeze where you inhaled really, you do that really, and it hurt so bad it stopped the sneeze. That's how bad it hurt.
Wow.
So, a rib tickler is not a rib tickler.
Yeah, no. It's a sternum killer, is what it is.
Yeah, sternum killer.
Sternum killer, yeah.
So I don't know if I dare ask this now, because I was going to ask Neil, your band, do you do K-pop?
Do we do K-pop? Did you really just ask me that?
I just wondered what type of band you were. It's just it's a good question.
Most of our stuff.
I'm meaning here is K-pop Korean pop music.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's really bad.
K-pop, J-pop. My roommate's actually a big fan of BTS. So
BTS.
Red Tickler. BTS is a band out of, I think they're Korean. They're one of the K-pop bands. They're probably the biggest one on the planet right now. And some of their music it's what it is. It's dancey music. It's pop music, but it's not terrible, right? But it's not my favorite thing.
The Bangtan Boys is what that stands for.
That's right. BTS, I think. Yeah. And they're pretty talented kids, that's for sure. If you're into that kind of thing, that's not my bag. I mean, I don't mind pop music, but I'm into the heavier stuff, right? Like my favorite band is Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, and even some of the newer bands like Tool and Soundgarden, Pearl Jam. Although they're not really new anymore, considering I'm hearing Soundgarden and Pearl Jam on the fucking classic rock stations now. I'm like, oh man, I am so old. It's time to get out my cane. Jesus Christ, you and your young whippersnappers. Everything's within reach. That's something you'll learn, Edward, is everything I have in reach. For
You're
some
not
reason.
old enough if you don't have vinyls around you. I'm surrounded by vinyls, by the way.
Ooh, nice. Oh, hey, that's okay.
Vinyl.
Bossa Nova. Vinyl.
Nice.
My drummer is a vinyl collector. He actually builds his own record players from scratch. Yeah, he makes his own. And what he does is he uses shitty old records like LPs that don't play anymore, and he'll melt them together for the platform to put the albums on top to play. Right, but and of course he puts a piece of felt over top, and then he puts the albums on and he spins them. And he's built three record players from scratch. He's awesome, and he's got 7,500 LPs that he collects.
Yep,
yeah.
Frustrated is very frustrated with you.
Is he? Why? What? I don't even see him in there.
Yep, he's yelling about his damn link.
What? Dude, I sent you a fucking link.
It's the missing link.
It's the missing link.
You found it. The missing link.
I sent it to you, Russ. It's in the fuck. It's there's one in my group, and there's one directly to you. I'll send it again if you want, but I sent it already. There you go. Another one right there. There you go. Now you got two of them. Pick one. All right, there you
go. When I'm one of my topics for my doctorate for economics is the possibilities is how K-pop compares to late stage capitalism, how we treat people, how they're treated, as performers. It's basically a mill that they shove people through and survive, and it's very abusive, very, I would almost call it slavish to, they can walk away, so it's not really slavery, but they basically treat them like commodities. And so that's one of the possibilities is utilizing K-pop to explain late stage capitalism.
Wow. It's true though. They can walk away if they don't want to, but a lot of these guys, it's almost that old proverbial adage that you sell your soul to be famous, right? And that's not necessarily the case, of course. There he is. But quit whining, Russ. Jesus Christ.
Look, my bad. This was my bad. I will take full responsibility. My usually whenever I get a message on Twitter, my phone sets off with an alert saying, "Hey, bitch, somebody messaged you." But it didn't this time, and so I was like, okay, I'm just waiting for that, notification, and then I get on and see that you're on, and I was like, this bitch here, over here, just starting without sending me a damn link. So I decided to give you a piece of my mind, and then whenever I actually went back to Twitter, I was about to say, oh no, I'm about to show him how he was fucking wrong and didn't send. Oh, there's the link.
It's okay, buddy. It's all right. I understand. If your phone didn't notify you, I mean, we all rely on our. Oh, there's IQ. We all rely on our phones to notify us of stuff, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Hey, Mikey.
Yeah, depending on who it is, I guess.
We do not all rely on our phones to notify us because I have 0 notifications on. I turn everything off.
IQ. We're talking about normal people, okay?
Normal? What the fuck is normal?
Fucking normal, okay? I don't even know if you could do that. Can you do that? I don't know if you can do that.
I could, but then that doesn't lead. That means that y'all don't go and look it up.
Bandwagon fallacy. Sorry, I got something in my throat.
Oh, gesundheit.
Since you're also new in the chat, at least that I've seen, you're welcome to jump into after parties too. Just let me know if you're interested in that. Find me on Twitter at 604 Atheist. If you're on Twitter, I don't know, or
but
Neil
don't
Bernstein
donate
on
but
Facebook.
Don't donate to his Patreon because he'll use it to buy pineapple on pizza.
See,
I have now just donated $50 to Neil's pizza fund.
And Sweet is canceled.
Edward, I love your hat, man. That hat is fucking brilliant. I love it.
Isn't that true that the pineapple on pizza was invented by a Greek guy in Canada?
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
but that Greek guy is he should be put to death. Just saying.
Probably
It's like he doesn't live here in Texas. Oh, if he did already, well then he deserved it.
Probably already.
I'm joking. Nobody deserves that. But
Thanks, Mikey.
But it doesn't help with trying to make this all funny. I honestly really don't give a shit if people eat pineapple on pizza. It's just funnier to be against it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because I've learned one thing is definitely true. Something I will never put on my pizza is Russ's fucking opinion.
Look, that's garbage. Nobody should ever put my opinions on pizza. That's just complete and utter garbage. I mean, come on now.
Wow, there's lots of folks here. I'll just address everyone. Hello, Robert. Hello, Mikey. Hello, Sassy Heathen. Hello, Iris. Why am I saying Iris? You're here with me. Fuck, I'm going to ignore you in the chat.
I love
Hello,
Mikey.
Richard. Brainbug. Oh, yeah,
I
Mikey's
love Mikey.
great.
Mikey's awesome.
That link should work. Yeah, if you take off the yeah, that's the thing. You put the little bracket on the end of the first one. And all good gentlemen wear a hat. There you go, Edward. It comes from Rory himself, who, whenever he jumps into my after parties, he's always wearing a hat of some kind. So,
correct.
Oh, we've got the Hawaiian shorts.
Hey, Wes,
with the body stuff.
I know this is the most epic shorts ever. By the way,
oh, they're great. They're great.
Look at that, pink flamingos. Like, how can you go wrong with pink flamingos?
Yeah.
Wait, stand up one more time, Atheist Morph.
He just wants to look at your dick, Atheist Morph. That's all.
Of course, that's all it is. That's all it is.
Wasn't pink flamingo?
Well, no, there was.
Wait.
The reason why I asked him to stand up is because there was a YouTuber, I can't remember his name now, who was complaining because his flamingo shorts disappeared. I think it might have been Markiplier. I don't remember for a fact, but it was fucking give me a sec. I think of his name. It was Jacksepticeye.
Bye. It's a drive-by preaching.
It was Jacksepticeye. He was complaining because he lost his flamingo shorts, and he made a Twitter post about it.
You got me. I stole them.
I knew.
Right.
I knew it. I knew you did.
I knew.
I knew it was you.
When people talk
Can I
about
ask you a
proof for
question?
God, go ahead.
Can I ask you a question? What exactly is?
Thank you.
What exactly is late stage capitalism? Because during you saying that, when you said K-pop is like late stage I thought you were going to say late stage cancer, but then you said late stage capitalism. I've never heard of it. What is it?
Okay, so capitalism in Marxist philosophy and some other like Rosenberg or Luxembourgian philosophy and some other economic philosophy is broken down into three parts. There's the early, middle, and late stage. Late stage is where a lot of people think we're moving into, whereas people become the actual commodity that's traded. And they're treated like a commodity, and they're dehumanized to the point where they're seen as nothing more than something to be owned for their labor quality. And it basically is that separation between the ultra wealth and everyone else becomes so deep that the lower classes start to get unruly and revolt. It's kind of like that last part right before the communist socialist revolution.
Okay, but nothing like that seems to be happening now. So why would somebody think we're late stage?
Because
before you answer that, before you answer that, Neil, you shared that one message as if Atheist Morph could actually read it when he's told you several times
I know.
He can't read shit.
I know. Because of the red costume, but it says so. Atheist Morph is not red down under. Well, we don't really know, Rory. We're not going to get him to do a striptease, otherwise this will never be monetized. So, okay. Not that my shit ever gets monetized these days, but they're holding on to all my money. They've got like over almost $400 of mine now that they're holding on to because I have a previous AdSense account with a different channel, my old gaming channel that I used to do. So I got to give them a phone call. Randolph actually gave me a phone number where I can talk directly to somebody without having to wait. So I'm going to call that sometime, I think, this week.
On an old gaming channel, what did you do? You sit there and filmed you doing stick and hoop? What's going on?
Stick and hoop.
Yeah, we know what you used to do back in your day.
It's ball in a cup. It's ball in a cup.
Yeah, ball in a cup. No. Hang on. See, I'm always worried about the cord not being long enough now, but these are wireless, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. No.
Everything.
See this here? See this here? Oh, I know it's Grumpy Cat, which I always thought was cool. But
is that your Magic the Gathering?
Sort of. You're on the right track.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, exactly. It's not Magic the Gathering. It's Yu-Gi-Oh cards. There you go. That's what I used to do. And I would do openings. I would do duels. I would do.
I can see now
interviews with other duelists.
Neil, did you used to? I know this is probably accurate. Did you used to, whenever you were dueling someone, go, "You fool! You landed right on my trap card."
No, I never did that. Sorry.
Lies.
No. Theoretically.
Look, I'm the one who makes up the fun fact, and this is a fun fact.
It's not a fun fact.
It is a fun fact.
I tried to find my old Magic deck just to make you mad, Neil, because I've got 8 of the power 9 still.
Oh fuck! No, I sold all mine, and I could have got. What was it? What did I say? It was like 7 or 8 of those old
Lotuses.
Black Lotuses. Yeah, that are like worth like
$32,000 now. Was the last actual
I want to
sale
correct
price
something.
Was $32,000.
Actually,
I want to correct something.
Price.
Jimmy Snow is. Hang on, Russ. I'm just going to address this real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, Jimmy Snow is into Yu-Gi-Oh, and he actually messaged me and asked me to send him a whole shit ton of cards so he can get back into the game because he's been out of it for a few years, and he wanted to build a Red Eyes Black Dragon themed deck. So I sent him everything I had possible to do that. So he's very, very happy. Jimmy is a very good friend of mine. So. Yeah, and I sent him all the cards and a deck box and everything to get him set up, and he was very appreciative. And I only charged him, I think, $50 US, which is basically like $150 gazillion Canadian. So there you go.
Okay, so Robert X had originally stated that there's 5 awesome people in the stream, and then he tried to correct himself and said, "Okay, that I'm nice too." Wrong. I'm not nice. I'm terrible. They only bring me in here because they want to make fun of me.
Oh, he knows all about what I actually like to do. He likes it. I'll tie shit up. That's fuck yeah. What's with the silence, guys? There's fucking 5 of you. I'm not the only one that has to be talking.
I was lighting up a cigarette, Neil. Calm the down.
Calm the fuck down. Listen to this guy. Wait. This guy.
Yeah, I mean, if Russ is lighting a cigarette, I mean, it got quiet.
Oh, yeah. I was lighting a cigarette. I had to be quiet for a moment. I mean, that's the only time I am quiet is whenever I'm lighting a cigarette or when Neil tells me to shut the fuck up.
What's that expression? You can't fix stupid, but you can muffle it with duct tape.
Double tape? Double tape? Yeah.
I was going to say double tape. Yes. Thank you for pointing out my
bubble tape. The greatest 30 seconds of flavor of your life. Big League Chew is the greatest 45 seconds of flavor of your life.
Oh my God, that stuff is. I used to love that when I was a kid, man. Whoa, where'd Russ go? What?
He got tired of me making fun of his endurance timing.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Sassy Heathens, like, this panel is severely lacking in estrogen tonight. You are correct. You are correct.
Well, then get in the panel then.
Well, I can't. I have no room.
Yeah, let's have Sassy in. She's on my channel I can't remember if it's next week or the week after.
I have no room, but eventually someone will drop out here and there. Sassy, I can send you a link if you do want to join us at some point. Yeah.
By the way, guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been asking Penguin tonight what's his opinion on the utopian society. What would be a utopian society for him? And he told me that he is like is for an AI upload and things will be brilliant into an AI upload. What do you think about that?
Whoa!
You're talking about
what do I? Wait, hold on. Are we talking about a utopian society where there's only AI upload? What does that mean exactly? Like, we're still here, but we're like all in a deep sleep through this AI upload thing, or are we alive? But the only way we process through things is through AI upload.
No, we're dead, and we are up there.
Our consciousness has been uploaded into a virtual reality. Is exactly.
Well, then I still don't find that as a utopia, because if our consciousness has been uploaded into like a cloud storage system thing where we can all interact through there, that still means that we still have people who have bad ideas and all that being infected into this system.
So who's the slave class that has to manage and administrate the cloud itself too and stay behind?
Right.
Exactly. In which case,
that person could make people don't put pineapple on pizza.
And actually, Irish Sweet brings up an excellent point, because the thing is let's say that the people whose minds get uploaded into the cloud or whatever, and no bad things, like as far as bad ideas, bad behaviors and all that gets uploaded, and everything is utopian. That's only utopian for the people who are in there, because you do still have the slave class that's going to have to stay behind to make sure all this gets uploaded and maintained and whatnot.
It's the Gattaca problem.
Yeah, in which case you're
thinking exactly that.
There is really no.
Was that Christian Bale?
Think of your mind as a child. When you're first born, so much that's not developed, so many experiences that you've not had that are all reliant on all these chemical processes, the hormones, and just
at what age do you get uploaded?
Shape who you are with all these chemicals. Now, without that, how differently would the human brain process the world?
Well, that's my argument against a heaven in which everyone can go. Because without, let's say heaven is real, and obviously I don't get in, but my mom does. Can it still be heaven for my mom if I'm not there?
Bingo.
And number two, if it is still heaven, is that because she doesn't know me anymore? If she doesn't know me anymore, how is she still my mom?
That's right.
So that identity is taken away from her. So your chemical process argument is entirely accurate, because at what age do you get uploaded? And at what age do you stop maturing to be able to be in that utopia?
Can I stop maturing now?
Yeah, and
Neil's screwed.
Neil, the thing is,
I thought you stopped maturing
stop
mentally
maturing
about
now.
20 years ago. No, I'm just kidding.
That's what I was going to say. Is when did you ever become mature?
Growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. Okay.
I'll go with that.
Amen.
And Irish Sweet, I kind of agree with that, because, like, for instance, whenever I was growing up, I was always told that, heaven is full of people that, everyone you knew and loved were there. And, of course, those who don't go up to heaven aren't there. But if, like, for instance, because one of the questions was, as kids, we were always like, if only humans go to heaven, can dogs go to heaven too? Or can our pets go to heaven? And, it was always answered with, of course they can, because everything you want will be there. And if that's the case, then that means everybody that we want that wouldn't be going to heaven would also be there. And so which case, then who's going to hell? And it always caused problems with me internally, trying to figure that out.
Yep.
I don't think I was able to step away until I encountered the heaven problem. That's what made me like that last, if I was on the ground floor at the doorway ready to step out, that was the question that went, because it's the Theseus's ship problem. How many boards can you take away from the ship before it's not the same ship anymore?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Theo wants to know what age his grandpa would be in heaven too. You'd like to think that. I mean, the way
he said his grandma. Thank you, not his grandpa.
All right, I read it wrong. Like, okay, you come beat me up, Russ. I mean, fuck.
I will. For those who don't know, the only thing that would happen if I went up to Canada is probably me and Neil here would go in and have a beer.
Oh yeah, what do you mean a beer? You fucking rookie.
we will drink.
We will
drink until
I can't do that anymore.
We'll drink until we can't drink no more.
I'll have an extra one for you tonight, sweet. All right, how's that?
I appreciate it. I will smoke a blunt with you.
Fuck, I'm down. I
don't smoke.
Oh, we'll fix that, Russ.
I will probably actually would rather do edibles, because I don't with my lungs the way they are.
I got you. Right here. I got my gummy bears right here. What flavor do you want? I got blueberry and lime and cherry and this one's papaya. This one's lemon. Ooh. I got black cherry.
Black cherry is my ultimate favorite for everything.
Oh yeah, they're 25 mils each, so you got to take two.
Neil, the thing is though, is because
I would probably want to start up with one just to see how it goes, and then go on from there.
Well, you know how these work, right? They're creeper. You'll be like, I don't feel anything, and half an hour later you'll be going, holy fuck, this is great.
Neil, but the thing is I don't do that anymore, because the job I have, or the career I've chosen, every now and then I can, like, depending on the job. Like, there's one, like, I heard of one place where that, anytime anyone goes there, like, they get tested. One guy said for the few months he was there, he was probably tested about a good 10 to 15 times.
Apparently my gummies aren't pineapple and pizza flavored.
Rory, Canada is not heaven. It just happens to be the apartment above the crackhead apartment.
I've been vaping. I've lost my ability to emoji. I love her so much. Yeah, I just picked up this stuff here. My buddy got me. This is just a quarter. Usually I get a half, but it's like Zhao. Yes, Canada is heaven.
But Neil,
it's called ice cream. It's fucking
Neil,
awesome.
It's funny because the the career path that I've chosen, actually, there's quite a few people who smoke, enough to where I had one guy who was a foreman who stepped down because they've already started they were giving out the walking papers for people, and he decided to step down because he was no longer necessary as a foreman. And he sat there, came up to me, goes, we were talking one day, he goes, do you smoke? And I was like, not anymore. And he goes, okay. He's like, I was just asking because there's quite a few of us who do, and if you do, then this is what you're going to want to do in order if you have to take a test. And I was like,
come to the safety meetings.
Yeah.
We're going to go have a health and safety meeting. Anyone who would like to come along? Yeah.
Neil,
Yes.
is it cold in heaven?
Is it cold? Not where I live. No, hell no, dude. Right now, it's not so bad today, but usually I got a fucking fan going because it gets stupidly hot where I live. Remember, I live in the west. I live on the west coast of Canada. It's actually known. We do a lot of movie industry and filming stuff here, so it's known as Hollywood North. And during the summer, you might actually believe you're in Hollywood. That's how hot it gets here. So,
like how
it
hot
was
are we
95 today here, a 95 with 80% humidity. It was just awesome here today.
Oh yeah, we get the humidity too because we're right on the water. But today it wasn't so bad. Today it started out really cloudy today and
For
rainy.
you Celsius people, that's like 37.
Yeah, 37 Celsius.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We get up to that. We get up to that on the regular in the summertime. 30. We've been over 40 degrees Celsius here, which would be over 100.
100.
So yeah.
That's cute.
It gets
Western Australia is mainly over 35 in the summer, so we get up into the high 30s. All the houses are aircon, so we're coming into our winter now, and our houses are all designed to sort of stay cool during the summer, and so in the winter the houses are just freezing.
Wow.
When I say freezing, because it's so hot in the summer, I actually feel cold when it's like 16 or 17 degrees Celsius.
So I'm in Texas, so I'm going to need you to, convert that for me because, well, we don't learn Celsius all that well.
16, 17.
Okay, just times it by 9 over 5 and add 32.
Do what?
16 is about 60.
I don't do old money.
60, which would be like the low in December for you.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to have a black cherry one in honor of Irish Swede right now.
Oh.
Now I will say that over there in Australia where Atheist Morph is he definitely does get a lot hotter than it does here. Like just talking to Nacha, he said how hot it gets, and I'm like, yeah, no, we don't get quite that hot, but we're right below that.
One of my friends,
he's in Brisbane, isn't he?
Got ported in Bahrain, and he was like, yeah, it was 145 today. I'm like, oh my god.
No, I know it's ridiculous.
I don't know. Atheist Morph was about to ask me. I don't know exactly where he is. I do know that he does not.
I think he's somewhere in Queensland. Yeah.
He doesn't live too terribly far away.
I think he's somewhere in Queensland.
Let Atheist Morph talk, Russ.
I'm letting him talk.
It gets hot over there, but it also gets very, very humid over that part of over here in the west. When it's hot, it's actually dry most of the time. We don't get an awful lot of humidity. So you can actually bear it. I've actually played tennis in 35 degrees over here. And it's hot, but it doesn't kill you. But if it was humid as well, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the humidity will get you every time.
In Bahrain, it's 100% humidity and 62.
Hello,
Celsius.
Randolph. Randolph is my partner in crime. He's in the chat right now. He's also the president of Canadian Atheists. He's a very good person to get to know. Follow him on Twitter for sure because he loves fucking with the religious people because he's a cradle atheist. He's never been religious, so he just loves. It's funny to watch him work. Let's put it that way on Twitter. He just gets them going. I can see their backwards. Huh?
I had Randolph on before. That was a great conversation. If somebody wants to watch on my channel, the conversation with Randolph was a really good one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was brilliant. Actually, I did watch that one because I have to. But yeah, Richard or Mr. Richardson is saying to wave hello to Atheist Morph. So
my food has arrived, and I'm eating pizza.
Oh, has it got pineapple on it?
No, it's the meat lovers with extra meat on it.
Ooh, that a boy. That a boy.
Salami, pepperoni, go for it.
Don't tell Cosmic Skeptic that.
It's got pepperoni, bacon.
Alex,
Listen.
Fetish pizza.
now.
Listen, it's got pepperoni, bacon, sausage, ham. It's got slices of ham and Canadian bacon, which is thinly sliced ham, and grilled chicken on it.
It's back bacon, jackass.
It's thinly sliced ham.
It's back bacon.
If any of us became religious, could you actually follow a religion that forbade the eating of bacon?
Oh no.
No. See. If I ever need religion, I will worship bacon. Okay. But luckily,
Yeah, so I
don't need any. Go eat your fucking food, Russ.
I am eating.
Your
But I'm,
pineapple with pizza.
Yeah, because pineapple doesn't belong on pizza.
What do you mean it doesn't belong? It's not an option
It
of
doesn't belong.
belonging or not. It's fine if that's what you like. Ham and pineapple pizza is great.
By the way,
It's not fine.
I have to.
It's not fine. I
It's
have
fine
to
to be-
scroll. It's not fine.
It's fine. It's fine to be wrong, Neil. It's fine to be wrong.
Go ahead, Edward.
nothing
It doesn't
except tomato
belong on
sauce
your
belongs on
pizza,
pizza.
Russ.
Okay, go ahead, Edward.
Sorry. Nothing except tomato sauce belongs on pizza.
Not
As
even
a-
mozzarella cheese.
What about, well, you could use Edam cheese or mozzarella. You could use ricotta. You can use whatever you want. The mozzarella that you buy in the store, though, is not real mozzarella.
Well, the stuff that my wife buys is, because she's one of those purists.
The little ball ones
Yeah.
that come actually from Sicily. That's how you do it. Real mozzarella.
I married a registered dietitian who is a food Nazi. So
Ooh, see, now there's the shorts again. Now I'm like really jealous because like
Jealous of what?
So I've been able to encounter a couple theists that can't get around this question from that I've been able to ask them, and it's hilarious because I think H.P. Lovecraft actually got it right, that if there is a God, that if anybody ever met it, you would just go insane.
pineapple pepperoni is fucking brilliant.
Look, all I'm gonna say is if
Randolph
the
loves
next
the
time-
flamingos too.
if the next
Go ahead,
time Donald Trump walks outside and gets struck by lightning, I may consider
Wait,
the idea
has
that Thor
happened
exists.
already? What do you mean the next time? Has it already happened?
Well, no, I'm just saying the next time he walks outside. If he does
would
get
have
struck
been
by
Have you
lightning,
read
when
his
he was
tweets?
holding that Bible,
Something's had to happen to him.
look, all I'm saying is that if he got struck by lightning, I consider the existence of Thor.
What about Zeus? Zeus also wielded lightning.
Or him.
Or it could be
One of
either
these
one.
guys.
I would consider
Yeah.
the idea of God in general if when he was holding that Bible, he was struck by lightning.
Yeah.
Correct.
Pink
Did
duckies?
anybody see the tweet where the guy was standing? There's a bald guy standing outside a hairdresser's,
Yeah.
holding Donald Trump's book, and he said, "I thought there was a thing about standing outside a shop that you never go, a place that you never go in, and holding a book that you're never going to read."
Yeah, exactly.
That's brilliant.
This is a great question. How would Donald Trump react if the White House lawn was got covered by pink flamingos as a prankster one day? I don't know. Let's all go down there, put a bunch of pink flamingos, and find out.
Well, he got his wall. We can't get near it.
Yeah.
He built the
Oh,
wall
that's
around the White
fucking
House.
right. I know.
Well, so it's not only that; it's the fact that with the
But Mexico
Secret
didn't pay
Service?
for it.
with the Secret Service around and everything, you wouldn't be able to get on the lawn in general to pull a prank.
Yeah,
But let's just say
there'd
you
be
could.
one like dead person on the fence holding a pink flamingo.
Yeah. So, but let's say you could. The thing is that all he would say is them terrible terrorists, Antifa, are out here trying to pull pranks on me. You won't
Yes.
work. You're still terrorists. Thank you.
Yeah. Fake news. Yeah. Edward, let me see your T-shirt. Because if it is what I think it is, that's a fucking TARDIS you got on your T-shirt.
I do, yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Randall, the question is if you ever met God, how would you know it was God? And why wouldn't it be such an event that would make you go insane, much like in the vein of H.P. Lovecraft, where if you met an old one, you just flat out lose your shit and you go to an asylum. And
your brain dies.
I'm not going to lie. I would laugh my ass off if God was like the God that was portrayed in like Bruce Almighty, where he just comes up to random people and is like, "Hey, what's going on, guys?" You know?
You know, Theo, this is why they put the security up there now, because we burnt it down one time, and you can thank the Canadians for that one.
In December, as late as December 6th, 1941, you could actually go up to the front of the White House and ring the doorbell yourself with no security.
Yeah.
So ding dong ditching.
You could
totally do that.
Then December 7th, 1941 happened, and everything changed.
Now, you know what's funny? You say ding dong ditch, frustrated atheist. I noticed that game, we'll call it that little pranky game, has a different name everywhere you go. We used to call it here in Canada, where I live, it's called Nicky Nicky Nine Doors. For whatever
Nicky Nine Doors. What?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know why. That's just what they called it. In England, they call it thunder and lightning, but there's a reason, because you knock like thunder and then run like lightning.
Correct.
Which makes sense to me, right?
Yeah.
So there's all these different, but ding dong ditch is another one I've heard that they actually use elsewhere as well, not just in the U.S. But I've never heard anyone. I don't know why.
It's always been familiar here in Texas to call it ding dong ditch.
In the Midwest, we put bags of dog shit in paper bags and light it on fire, and then add that to the ding dong ditch.
Everyone's wise. We used to put garbage cans full of water on doors that opened in.
Yeah.
Ring the doorbell and then watch the panic ensue.
We did that in college with the elevator door. We would get it set up, and then hit like 16th floor, and then
fuck, we're evil kids. We used to do. My buddy would put on like a construction type outfit, get on one of the elevators at lunchtime downtown Vancouver, and he'd have walkie-talkies. He'd go, "Hey, buddy, I'm just on shaft 2, coming down to meet you guys for lunch." And then the guy on the other end would go, "Shaft 2? Get out of shaft 2. We're still working on shaft 2." And you could see the people on the elevator just fucking freaking out like they're about to die.
Okay.
That's mean. You can really yeah, that's mean.
Oh yeah.
The types of pranks they pull in boiler making is what they like to do is they like to take apprentices and sit there and tell them to go to the tool room, get something like a skyjack or a sky hook or arc starter and things like that, just for them to go down there and say, "Yeah, can I get a sky hook?" And they'd be like, "There's no such fucking thing as a sky hook. We don't really tell them to stop wasting my time. Go back up there." And so they would do that to people all the time.
Skyhook. It's like when we used to fuck with people saying, "Oh yeah, well, listen, we need a couple of parts from the parts store. You want to go get a muffler bearing for me?" And something like that, right? It's just they'd be like, "Muffler bearing? Yep, okay, write it down. Yeah, okay, all right."
Can you go give me some blinker fluid?
Blinker fluid? Yeah, that was another one. Yeah. Blinker fluid. Donner und Blitz. I have no idea what they're talking about in the chat now. Ding dong ditch there as well. Yeah, and it was Nicky Knocky Nine Doors. Sorry, but Nicky. No, I have no idea where these names come from. Canadians are dumb, I guess, but.
Without that,
I don't know. That might just be osmosis from the United States.
Very well could be.
Y'all are hanging around us too much.
That's okay. You guys are amusing. So
it's like living above a crack house.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Hence the joke you made earlier about the apartment above the crack house.
Yep.
Yeah, refill the headlights with headlight fluid. Reindeers. Oh yeah, I know who Donner and Blitzen are, according to the Santa legend. but
So,
I don't know how that fits into our topic of conversation. That's all.
I got it. There's a something that happened when I was in the Army where this guy. So I'm going to start this off by saying that I don't know very much about cars, but I know of certain things being bullshit. And this guy said that they had this one guy in the motor pool who was not very bright, so much that they asked him to go get an exhaust sample. And so they sent him, and I already know an exhaust sample is bullshit. But so they sent him to the motor pool like head or whatever. And he goes in there and says that he needs an exhaust sample. And he goes, "Oh, you need to go to this building and get this form for it before you can get the stuff for exhaust sample."
So they carried on.
He went to that building. They said, "Oh, before you get the form, you need to go over to this building and get this." They had that boy running around for like 3 hours. At one point in time, they gave him a trash bag for the exhaust sample. And they still had him going around until finally, like, the captain sits there and saw him carrying around trash bags, just going back and forth from places. He's like, he goes up to him, he's like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I got to get all this stuff so I can get an exhaust sample." He's like, "Oh, there's no such thing. Just go right back to where you were beforehand. Go."
See, I would have just had a cup of the lid and when, like, here you go, and then put the lid on it and you exhaust sample. It's my exhaust. The only difference. Of course,
I would think though. You would think that after like the first 3 or 4 different places you went to, even if you didn't know shit, that you'd start to get to thinking, "Hang on, maybe this isn't real." But 3 hours, my man, you walked around for 3 hours.
That's I'd find new employee because that's pretty dumb.
Oh, it's the Army. There's no such thing.
We don't have that luxury with our business because it's all done in Excel, and that's the only thing we use. So if we can't do fun things like that to haze people. It's so boring. I mean, what function in Excel are you going to make up that they can't find? I mean, they're just going to search for it, and it's not going to be there, and then they're going to be like, "I can't find it." So boring. You guys have all the fun pranks.
What you do is when they said they can't find it, you just keep going on. It's there. What are you, blind? Look for it.
Well, look at Robert. You guys owe Robert some love there. He's putting out Frustrated Atheist channel.
Don't do that.
My channel is not going to be a channel for probably another month and a half while I get things set up and get like a lineup going. Neil, I actually need to talk to you privately, maybe sometime on chat, to talk about what I want to.
Like I know anything.
Contact.
Well, it's that I do know.
People to contact in the trans community who might want to.
I'm on the in crowd.
Yeah,
whatever that means.
To do that. But yeah, it's the only thing that's on my channel right now is World of Warcraft videos from like 5 years ago.
Sweet.
And my channel is just complete and utter garbage. Don't be putting that out there.
It's a reflection of him, so there you go.
Yeah.
There's no need to subscribe to my channel either.
You don't even have one, do you?
I have a channel. I made a couple playlists like last year.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I chill out other people. That's what I do. I find you. That's what I do.
Yeah. And I'm grateful for the day you found me, IQ. Oh, that reminds me. I still got to give you all the info for the Patreon stuff if you're able to handle that for me.
I won't know until I try.
That's fair enough. Yeah. I don't know what you're going to be able to do from a phone, but we'll see what happens.
I do everything that I've done so far from a phone, and everybody seems to think that's amazing. So you never know.
I don't know. I've never tried it from a phone, so I'll leave it to you. You're the expert at doing shit from a phone. So, except for actually taking a shit from a phone, I bet you that's pretty hard. But anyway,
everything on my channel has been done via either phone or tablet.
I do have a poo emoji.
There you go. You just dump poo emojis everywhere. Clean up this
I would say the fact that everything is done from a phone or tablet on my channel is a great accomplishment. But there are people who have done things from their phones that are like 20 times better than mine. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm still fucked over here.
I can't get it right. Damn it. Welcome, Matthew. Oh, by the way, Matthew Reynolds just showed up in the chat. He announced himself. I have arrived. We can see that. He showed me pictures of the truck he's going to be buying. And it's really cool. It's a nice big fucking blue Peterbilt. And on the wheels, on the rims, it's got those spikes that stick out like something out of fucking Mad Max or something. So that looks like it'd be.
And it's always good when a trucker actually gets to the point where he can buy his own rig.
Right? Well, I don't know. I think he's going to be making payments.
Well, still.
Well, he showed it to me. I'm like, where did you get 196 grand to drop in a fucking truck, for Christ's sake?
But still, I mean, like, even if you have to make payments, it's still a great thing because, I mean, there's so many people who have to use their company's trucks, and if they just happen to part ways, they're fucked until they can get into another company. Whereas if they have their own truck, if need be, they can sit there and do some stuff still. Why are we laughing?
Why are we laughing? Because I'm frustrated when you love pineapple pizza. Share the love with him because he can use it.
Oh, Robert, you see, if you sub to me because you come there for pineapple on pizza, I will kill everyone.
$540 a week? You can imagine all the hose and coke you could get for that? Fucking for 7 years, you got to do that?
Damn!
Holy shit, bro!
It better have one kick-ass sleeping area.
Well,
sleeper cab.
I saw it. It's it's a big truck. He's got lots of room in there. He can have all the hose and coke he wants in there.
Look,
I don't know why I keep saying.
Hey, Neil, if you're talking about hose and truckers, they're called lot lizards. Thank you.
Hose. Oh, is that what they're called?
They're called lot lizards.
78-inch sleeper. That's what he calls his penis now. 78 inches, baby. Yeah, you'd kill somebody if that was the case. I don't know how the fuck the conversation turned like this, but
you see if it was that big.
Right now, Edward's going, what the fuck did I get into?
See if it was that big, Neil?
No.
If it was that big, Neil, when a woman says that it's in her stomach, I'm pretty sure that it would literally be in her stomach. By
stomach? You're talking about tickling her tonsils at that length, for crying out loud.
Wow.
Where are we going? All right, that's enough of that shit. That's right. Stuff that should be on Pornhub.
This becomes Neil After Dark.
Come for the sexy, leave with a headache.
Come for the sexy, and then when frustrated atheist speaks, you're going to be vomiting.
I'm limp. I'm already limp. Damn it, Russ. You killed me.
That's what I'm here for mood killing.
Dude, you're one of the first fucking people I even met doing this, period. You've been around since literally day one for me, so...
Yeah.
I could never, ever be angry with you, ever.
I was...
Your family, man.
Do what?
I said your family, for fuck's sake.
Fuck yeah. I mean, but yeah, I was it was funny though because my episode was the very first episode ever, but I was only there because of technicality.
Well, yeah, but you're still the first. Oh, that was an ice pack that I was hitting myself with because it's 800 bazillion degrees here right now. Whew. Anyway,
is that Fahrenheit or centigrade?
It's what?
Yeah. What is that converted to centigrade?
Yeah, is that Fahrenheit or centigrade you're talking?
100 bazillion degrees. Right now, and
right now it wouldn't matter.
Out. It says it's 19 degrees Celsius and it's dark out right now. So, well, it's starting to.
Neil, what you do is you take that ice pack and stick it on your carotid artery. Then switch sides.
I thought you were going to say crotch.
Well, actually, That would
On a
work
hot
just as
day,
well.
there's nothing better than a set of chilled nuts. But I'm going to tell you something that's a little better, a little more effective. You're going to put it on your artery, right on your neck. It's going to chill your blood down, which lowers your core temperature. It's magic.
No,
you know,
it's
when
not
you have open heart
Right.
surgery, you have an IV right here.
Mm-hmm.
And after surgery, and they leave that in for about 4 days. So imagine trying to sleep and reposition yourself with an IV sticking right into your neck.
I would never sleep.
Yeah, that's basically how I was. Because you can't lay on your side, you can't lay on your stomach, you can't. Well, I mean, they don't let you lay on your stomach.
The
but,
nurse,
you know,
This one I
the
can
nurse
wear.
would come in. The nurse would come in and be like, "Don't you want to sleep some? You have a big day tomorrow." I'm like, "No, I'm good."
That's about right.
squeal like a pig, boy.
Squeal like a pig. Wee, wee. Actually, what we were joking around with the boys in the band. I was like, we should do stage names. And I was thinking of changing my last name to Down, but with an E on the end, like Down, Neil Down. Never mind.
That sounds
Lame.
like something Prophet Azad would do.
Yeah, probably. Fuck, I loved working with him.
Which
doing voices for his
Mr.
show.
Morph, if you could do turn yours green so you're a green screen and just turn yourself into static, that would be hilarious.
Like turn it entirely into
he can do it.
Oh,
He
come
can
on.
do
you
it
can't-
with the red suit. He can do it with the red suit because the thing is with green screen technology is the
It's
only
just has
reason
to
why
be a
it's
consistent
green.
color.
There you go.
Yeah,
Ross, I
well,
was the only
the-
one that thought you were going to say crotch.
But the thing is with the green screen technology is the fact that the only reason why it's green is because it's supposed to be the farthest thing from human coloring, so that way humans don't blend in with it. So the fact that he's red, it's far enough away from the human coloring that he could actually do it with the red suit.
Actually, green and red are opposites in the world of color. This is something you learn as a painter. So
Yeah, but it's not.
red is the
It's not
exact
consistent
opposite.
with
That's
human
why
color.
we're red-green colorblind. But we are. We have red blood cells. We have, I mean, dude.
Can
yeah,
you see?
that
Can you
wouldn't
see
work.
red blood cells from without a microscope?
What, are you fucking kidding me? It's red anyways, pal. Let me just show you here. Let me get out my knife.
No, he's gonna.
No, we don't need
No,
to do any
we
cutting.
don't. We don't need to do the cutting.
You sure?
Yeah.
We're talking.
Yeah,
I was talking
Can't
about
see red
skin,
blood cells without a microscope.
but I'm saying that I'm talking about the fact that skin color. Skin color is usually the farthest thing from red.
Is it
Which is
true
why
that
the green screen
the
technology
blood
was-
is blue? Without
No, it
Fluid
is not.
no oxygen in it.
No, that's a myth.
Is
That's
it?
actually a myth. Yep.
That is a myth.
Or as I call them, old wives' tales.
Correct.
That's no insult to old wives.
So what was the point about
Because
the
I
red
would go
blood
upstairs
cells?
and mine would kill me.
I don't know what the point about the red blood cells was.
I mean, were you claiming that they don't exist or something? That NASA
No.
puts them under there like a projection or
No.
something under a microscope?
No, what I'm saying is the fact
It's
that
all
when
lies.
it comes to green screen technology, it's all about the skin color. So if since red is still furthest away from natural skin color, whether you be whatever color your skin is, it's still going to come up if you put a green screen background over your suit. It would still come up with whatever it is. It's not going to sit there and not work because your suit's red.
Okay, so where did the blood cells come into it?
Neil brought that up.
I think we should just move on from the blood.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Blood is not blue at any point.
That's technology from the 70s, anyway.
What
Well,
about the
that's-
royal family? Don't they have blue blood?
Well, they're called blue bloods, yes, but
Well, where does that
no.
term come from?
Stupidity?
It's a way to separate them from the common folk.
Blue blood is how you talk about like the college football programs in the United States. The blue bloods are Texas, Nebraska, Florida State, Michigan,
Why?
Ohio State. Those are the age-old great programs.
Also, a family that has a generational
Screw you, Rory.
legacy of police officers.
Okay.
Yeah, we do call that blue bloods.
Yes, 2 of them, as a matter of fact. So I've got about 50 milligrams of CBD or cannabis, fucking whatever the fuck it is, going through my
cannabinoid oil or whatever it's called.
Whatever, it's some fucking whatever they put on. My buddy makes these, so he does them in a little mold and then he drips the cannabis stuff on them. Approximately 25 milligrams.
He goes, is it done by THC content?
CBDs or whatever that is.
Okay.
So he goes, it's usually more closer to 30 milligrams because he gets a little generous with his portions. So
it's more like a bar pour?
Exactly. Like a bar ounce. Yeah, exactly. THC gum, I don't know, whatever they are. Fucking, I don't know. But all I know is in usually about half an hour they kick in, and then I'm all like, woohoo! I can fly. I believe I can fly. So, you know.
Neil, please don't ever do that again.
Why? I know.
I believe I can touch the sky.
There you go. Everyone grab a line.
Think about it every night and day.
Oh, listen to you telling me not to do it, and then you're right in there with the next line.
That after watching, anybody else watch The Last Dance?
Ooh. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You are my new favoriteest person on the planet because I'm a chocoholic.
So growing up in the 90s, obviously, The Last Dance was like a trip down, nostalgia lane. And the Space Jam thing that they did with Michael Jordan, how they accommodated him was just incredible. Because they built him an indoor practice facility so that he could get back into basketball shape, because this is him transitioning back from baseball to basketball. And so during the movie shooting, they basically built him his own workout studio, and then they flew the entire Bulls team out so that they could all practice together during shooting.
Cool.
Damn.
So I think
him
it's I think it's episode 8 where they really get into it. So if you want to watch.
Yeah, him going from basketball to baseball was a terrible move.
Yeah, but he could do whatever he wanted. I for
he
somebody
couldn't
like
baseball
that,
very well.
Well,
I was pretty good at baseball.
You don't fault a guy for trying to,
I
don't fault him for it, but it's just.
But getting back, he had to completely rebuild his body. Basically, they had his personal trainer on talk about how he had to rebuild his body back from baseball to basketball.
Welcome to the chat, Sir Thomas Lipton. Just enjoy a nice cup of my excellent tea.
Screw you, Yorkshire Gold.
Excellent indeed.
But I bet he's a blue blood, Sir Thomas Lipton. Yeah.
Somebody wants to know if somebody's got a puppy or if their vape is an overdose.
I do. Yeah, I'm outside smoking, and my puppy is just going ape shit because I'm not there for him to sit right next to me.
Why don't you let him out? Come and sit next to you.
Because he runs off.
No.
And he won't listen.
Unlike
you don't got to spend any more money on dog food. So I'm kidding.
My favorite type of tea is coffee.
He's not happy.
He is not happy, no. He you see, he's become very, very buddy sour with me. If I'm not in his presence all the time, or whenever he wants me to be in his presence, then he will do this, what is just whine incessantly.
Nobody else going to point out the irony here? The dog's going ape shit because they won't let him sit right next to him. Why don't you let him sit next to you? Because he runs off.
Yeah.
So he doesn't actually want to sit next to you. He let out away. Is that what you're telling me?
No, because whenever I go inside, he will sit right next to me and just be there the entire time.
He wants to know the next time you're going to open the door so he can run away.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
Not doing
Dogs
this.
don't run
Not doing
away;
this
they
today.
escape.
The escape. Ooh, that's even more. What's the word I'm looking for?
Cosmic skeptic-ish.
No. Alex,
Nothing wrong with custom.
I've met Alex and drank with Alex and stuff like that. He's actually a pretty funny guy. You can't blame him for being a vegan. You are.
I don't. It's just something. It's fun to make fun of the zealot side that kind of comes out every once in a while.
He can be
So-
preachy. Yeah.
So I was very, very okay with Cosmic Skeptic's veganism. I was very okay with him being very vocal
Vegan
about it.
food is actually really good.
Well,
I've
what I
this
took
food.
issue with, was the fact that he'd made one tweet where he said that he's talking about he tried to quote a study about how people who eat vegan food tend to be healthy or whatever, or can be healthier. And he's making it say, he's like, if you want to be healthy, eat vegan. And I was like, you do realize I can pull you study after study after study that shows that actually being on a keto diet, which is mainly eating meat, can be healthy as well, because it can also it reduces
Diets
cancerous
are
masses.
fucking bullshit fads.
Well,
Listen,
no, this one actually has.
I've read the bullshit on it.
It's very dangerous for your body long term.
Exactly. I've read all the literature on it.
But that's what I'm
Eat a
saying is like
balanced
just
fucking
because.
diet and you'll be fine.
But that's what I'm saying is like just because he can find a study that says this doesn't mean that
his
that's
N
the only
equals
way to be
22
healthy.
study.
I believe he's talking about your puppy. Oh, sorry, I hit that accidentally.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Well, for me, what I don't like about his preachiness is the fact that to do a vegan diet is expensive, and you're basically preaching to people that might be out of their reach.
They see a trend and they gouge people for it.
And for that reason, you're basically preaching to, say, like a group of people that would love to go vegan, but they just can't afford it. Sure, and so you're making them feel guilty for not being rich enough to afford the lifestyle that's being preached at them.
I don't know if that's the angle they're going for, but yeah,
it's not. But it's
not the
deal.
That is not Alex's point. You know, that's nothing. Like, Alex isn't trying to do that. I know that. It's not any vegan. I don't think it's any vegan's point. It's just one of those things that comes across as maybe a little bit tone deaf to the economic cost of a vegan diet.
Sure. I can be on board with that.
It sure as shit is expensive.
Some of it is, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's, you know, what my friend would call, are you a level 4 vegan, which means you don't have a shadow.
Do we all fucking Dragon Ball Z now?
But
level 9,000.
But you know, some people are like, if they say some avocados aren't vegan because they require the displacement of insects every year to do the pollination. Yes. And so you're interrupting an animal's cycle. What? Yeah.
Yes.
That's hardcore.
I just watched. You think pineapple's bad on pizza? I just finished watching the paleo whatever fucking family, and they made dried crickets pizza. Okay, and I'd be down. I've had dried crickets, and they're fucking delicious. If they're done right, roasted crickets are fucking delicious. And they had them on pizza, and you guys are arguing about fucking pineapple.
I have a hypothesis about vegans. I don't think they actually live longer. It just seems like it because they're eating such boring food.
Well,
that, and they talk incessantly, so it seems like you're in a timeless void when they're preaching at you.
Look, I'm a level 7 vegan, and I'm gonna need y'all to shush it.
Look at this. Don't knock it until you've tried it. All right, I've had garlic roasted crickets, the kind that I used to same kind that I used to feed to my tarantulas. I put them in there. It's the exact same kind. You garlic roasted.
I bet we could probably solve a lot of hunger by doing insect diets.
2/3 of the planet eats insects. Only North America. It's the one place that doesn't eat insects because we're and I hate to break it to you, but you actually do eat insects. If you've ever had peanut butter or jam or margarine or anything like that, you've got insect parts that are allowed to be
theoretical
percentage.
theoretical,
Oh, yeah,
I'm going to
yeah.
say that you may want to give up the 33rd degree Freemason goal because it's damn near impossible.
Yeah, there's only like 3 of them,
I
isn't
think
it?
he's joking.
There's
Russ.
so yeah, I know, but I was just saying because in Freemasonry, you can get up to the 32nd degree, and 33rd degree is usually
It's
you
the
hold
head
that.
honcho.
Yeah, well, there's a group of them. I don't remember how many, but they are like the elites, if you will, and
It's the Illuminati.
the only way to have a seat, the only way to get a seat within it is one of them has to die,
And
and
leave it to
well, no, you get invited.
Yeah.
My dad is a 32nd degree Freemason, and he said that he's like even if he's like the only way you can become one is to be invited. The only way to be invited is if somebody dies. And he said, to be honest, I would not want to be one because of the fact that they're so snobbish.
I know.
My grandfather was a 32nd degree Freemason, and my dad didn't do it because he said it interfered with his Christianity.
Which is not necessarily true.
Yeah. Escar goes
Because if you actually look at the Freemasonry symbol, the G in the middle stands for God, and a great majority of them do have a God belief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. What do you?
It's the great architect.
It's the great architect,
Yes.
which is God.
I thought it stood for garlic.
Yeah.
It will be much better. Indeed.
Yes, it stands for garlic because
I
all of them are
agree.
vampires. They're all vampires.
Well, why would they put what?
From
garlic-
Transylvania.
It's
The
reverse
garlic-
psychology.
Yeah, see, the G in there is the garlic, but if you look, it's encased in the square and compass, which means that they're keeping it away at bay. So,
Oh, I see.
See, this is the 4D chess that Donald Trump plays.
yeah.
4D chess.
Yes.
So that includes time as one of the dimensions, and eventually, yeah, there we go. Eventually, he's going to make his move at some point.
Okay, that one hurt a little bit. Oh boy.
Sweet. I'm sorry, man. We keep killing this poor guy here. He's just
It's all right.
got out of the whole surgery thing, and his sternum is going.
Did you come prepared?
I hate you.
Did you come prepared with your pillow?
No, and I'm fine now, so I didn't really need it. But I did need it about 4 or 5 days ago when that half sneeze hit me. Oh my God, I don't think I've ever wanted to like actually die before in my life, but that was a point.
I have a question. Is that a Blue Jays jersey that you're wearing,
Yeah,
or
Blue Jays?
hoodie? Oh, so not the Toronto Blue Jays.
No, that's Creighton Blue Jays. That's where I got my master's degree.
Oh,
It's a Jesuit university here in Omaha.
Jesuit. Oh boy. Really? Okay. All right.
It's one of the largest Jesuit universities in the country.
Wow.
So, and then the program that I went through is rated, I think they're 12th in the world.
I thought you were going to say R. It's rated
Yeah.
R.
But yeah, they got an incredible ranking on their economic finance dual masters.
Cool. Very cool.
So,
Oh, and that's where you got your diploma and all that, eh?
yeah, that's where I got my masters from. So
Nice.
that's why I support him, and that's why Nathaniel hates me, because there in Nebraska there's a type of person known as a Jaysker, a Husker, Blue Jay fan.
Yeah. Jay
And
Husker,
so
yeah.
he will yell at me for like 10 minutes straight if I ever go Jays. And
yeah, I can imagine. You guys are actually friends, though. I know this for a fact.
Yeah, but he'll still tell me to F off if I ever go Jays.
Of course.
I had a supervisor when I worked at Dolly Madison who would tell me, he told us once, he looked me straight in the face and goes, he's like, when you address me, you better say Roll Tide.
R for religion. All right, I gotta take a leak, guys. So carry on the conversation. I'll be right back.
So it's funny, but for Texas, in this city, in this state, it's like an Aggie Longhorn fan.
Oh yes, you are
makes
either
no sense.
It doesn't, because you are either Aggie or you're Longhorn. You cannot be both. Like the people who go ahead.
What do you mean by Longhorn?
So there's
Longhorn
two universities in Texas, Texas A&M and the University of Texas at Austin, and they hate each other. Like the fans of them hate each other. And so you cannot be a fan of both. Except for you can, but you can't.
No, if you sit there and say, if you're one of the people who are like, I'll root for any Texas team, and you come across someone who is a diehard Longhorns fan or a diehard Aggies fan, and you say, well, I like them both, they'd be like, go fuck yourself. Get the fuck out of my sight right now. Because they're that diehard, hardcore fans.
And so my house has degrees from both University of Nebraska and Creighton. So it's like, you can, and then my father-in-law played for Creighton basketball. And Creighton doesn't have a football team. So there's a lot of people that went to Creighton but are big Nebraska football fans because there's no competition there for their fandom. But on the basketball side, Nebraska's never been really good or spent any amount of resources on their basketball program until really lately. And so people are Creighton fans, and so they're known as Jayskers. And I'm a proud Jaysker, and I don't care.
Yeah, around here you can't be an aghorn at all.
An aghorn.
Yeah, there's no aghorns around here.
There's an actual, if you've seen like the Harry Husker logo, I've got one that is the Jaysker logo that makes people on Twitter that are Husker fans just want to like throw up in their mouth. It's great. Let's see if I can find it.
The thing is I've always been an Astros fan when it comes to baseball. Like, of course, this is going from college to professional, but I've always been an Astros fan, and I mean, I never really hated the Rangers until Hurricane Harvey happened, because the Astrodome, of course, was flooded, and the Astros were asked the Rangers, hey, can we use your stadium so that way we can, play a game? And the Rangers were like, no, just flat out no. And it took like other people, like fucking Miami's baseball team said, hey, you can come use ours. And several other places were like, yeah, you can come use ours. And so it really pissed me off because
that's the Creighton Blue Jay in a Nebraska jersey.
Oh, geez.
So timestamp this and send it to Nathaniel.
Oh
yeah, because he won't be upset with that one. All I can say is I was always influenced from my friends growing up, my college ball friends, the Huskers.
Yep. So see, the greatest rivalry ever, as far as we're concerned, is Oklahoma versus Nebraska, because back, Thanksgiving, they always played each other, and it was always like national title implications, Big 8 title implications. And so, Oklahoma, we have a very close relationship with. The Sooners can go fuck themselves, but
it's on. It's on.
I had one of my foremans at the last job I was at was a Sooners fan. He was a Sooners fan because he's from Oklahoma. And I sat there and saw his hat, and I was like, Sooners. And he goes, what team are you? I was like, Longhorn. And this guy, he fucking loves to gamble. So we had this little Mexican top. What?
Just want to say something real quick. I'm sorry, Atheist Morph. I had no idea where we're going to go into college football.
As an Australian citizen who grew up in the UK, I'm obviously a complete expert in this area.
He's a complete one. He knows all about it.
I could get into economics and just bore you to death.
No, let's not do that. We can at least talk about Aussie rules football or something. Because that's just
the late stage capitalism.
You mean soccer? You mean soccer?
No, Aussie rules football.
Aussie rules football is like
Aussie rules is cool. Have you watched any Aussie rules?
Oh yeah,
I have.
My dad got me into that. That's just
okay.
awesome.
I'm sorry, I didn't. I didn't understand what is Aussie rule football. Is that like
it's like
closer to like rugby?
It's a cross between like what you know is football in the U.S. and rugby. It's like a mix of the two, kind of.
Oh well, that sounds even more interesting.
Like hard
the scoring system is very different. Yeah, it's very different from.
So it's kind of like rugby, just with less blood.
Well,
it's pretty simple. The scoring system. You have 4 poles, two short ones on the outside and 2 long ones, and you get 6 points if you kick through the middle, and you get 1 point if you kick either side.
On the outside,
that's called a behind. So goals and behinds, and they play on a cricket oval. So none of the pitches are, should we say, any sort of standard size. It's just whatever size the oval is where you're playing. Yeah. And it's a very fast-paced game. It's very difficult to tell watching on telly. You really have to go to a game to see everything that's happening. There's 18 aside.
So much fun, though.
And the guys run. They're actually on field for about 2 hours, and some of them cover like 8-10 kilometers during the game. It's very fast-paced these days.
Running.
And especially nowadays when they're all on their isotonic drinks and things. I mean, go back 20 years and then we used to eat meat pies at lunchtime, halftime and stuff. But it's very fast-paced game.
So I always have.
One of my favorite things to do is actually put on a cricket match and just have it on in the background while you're doing things at work or whatever. Because cricket is one of those things that it's great for a background game.
It's interesting.
Do you know how I describe cricket? It's like baseball, but with genuine excitement.
What?
Have you watched 2020 cricket?
Have you not watched? Well, I enjoy baseball.
I played for 10 years.
Yeah, I played all the way into high school.
I never got good at it. Even after 10 years, I still sucked at baseball. So.
Baseball was always very interesting to me, but to hear something say it's like baseball but exciting.
I've got another hypothesis. Actually, Was the problems in the US are mainly caused by the fact that they left the sort of British Empire before we had the chance to teach them cricket, because cricket is the means by which the British Empire civilized the world.
They took that game and then they ended up hold on just a second. They ended up bastardizing it, called it something called rounders. Is how it started. And then eventually that morphed into what we now know as baseball. Yeah, rounders, exactly. Here's a Brit telling you exactly what I just told you. Baseball is
how do you feel about the Ashes game being a UK guy living in the Aussie?
I support Australia nowadays.
Okay.
It always used to annoy me in the UK where you'd get a game at Lord's, and it would be England against India or England against Pakistan, and all the people who are like 5th generation from wherever they originated would come and support Pakistan or India. So I figured I'm moving and living in Australia. I should support the Australian team. So that's what I do.
Nice.
Yeah, the fandom in the United States is very much where you went to school, and then the professional sport is where you live.
Yep.
So that's how that kind of works.
Like it works here. Same thing.
So if you went to UCLA, which is Los Angeles, California, and you end up in
school,
but if you end up in Florida, you'll be a UCLA fan in Florida, but you'll be a Florida Marlins fan because they're the professional baseball team. So it's kind of it's fandom.
My dad was the same way, actually. Irish. My dad was the same way. He lived in Florida, and he's always been he's an NFL guy, so he's always been a what do you call it? Miami Dolphins fan.
Yeah, Miami Dolphins. Yeah,
right.
And Jacksonville Jaguars.
They suck.
No, they weren't around. They weren't around at that time.
At the time, yeah, because that was what, like 90s when the Jaguars.
Yeah, it was the 90s. And then, of course, he ended up, and fuck you guys, I could have had a 57 Chevy, Bel Air, hardtop, 2-door, factory color, teal and white. Right? I could have had one, but his mom made him sell it before they moved to Montreal. So he became a Habs fan in hockey. And, of course, we didn't have any.
Now,
we have the CFL. We don't have the NFL. Although I like watching CFL games, but I'm a bigger NFL fan than I am a CFL.
Neil, I'm not a
CFL
fan.
Is another good background game.
Yeah.
Neil, I'm not a fan of shunning people. But did you shun his mother for making him sell that car?
No. Are you kidding me? She made the best fucking matzo ball soup ever.
Okay. That's
the matzo balls were like the size of baseballs.
Now, if she would have been a terrible cook,
and oh my goodness, no.
If she had been a terrible cook,
no.
Yeah, but if she were a terrible cook, I mean that'd be a different story. You'd have to shun her for that. But since she's a great cook, that's.
No, Neil, you'll appreciate this. My dad's first car was a Judge.
Oh, really?
Oh my God!
Whoa! Are we talking racetrack specs?
We're talking a 1969 6-barrel.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, GTO Judge. I don't know.
Goodness.
And here's the kicker. It was one of the few that was painted baby blue. So you actually had to walk up to it.
What?
Yeah.
It wasn't orange?
Nope.
What? Then it's not a Judge. I'm sorry, but it's not a Judge.
You can get it. You can get it.
What's a Judge, by the way?
Judge
is a classic car.
Yeah, it's a classic car.
Oh, GTO. All right.
Mm-hmm.
It's the defunct now defunct Pontiac.
Yeah, it was a Pontiac GTO. It was one of the top, we'll say, quarter-mile track cars of the time, along with like the Superbird, which was Plymouth Barracuda, Belmonts when they were souped up Belmonts and shit like that. I used to actually have, and I was really proud of.
Was the Cobra out during that time?
Cobra was out long before that.
Okay, but was it still like performing well on the track and everything during this time frame too?
Unless it was more of an oval track for Cobra, so it wasn't really quarter mile.
Okay.
Most American cars were fine unless you had to turn.
Yeah, well, that's why they have ovals, because go really fast, turn left, really fast, turn left, really fast, turn left.
But that's why they always lost everything to Ferrari and Porsche and everything else, is because if you had to turn at all in the race, then you lost, because Americans just couldn't figure out suspensions.
There you go, Morph. Gonna go for it. Just showed up. Peter just showed up and says, "Shit, I missed it. I would have joined. Morph is one of my favorite people." I can see why. Yeah.
Well,
I actually had Peter on recently. Yeah. No, Peter's good people, man. Did you ever get that shirt, Peter? Like, did that shirt ever show up? What I'm talking about is he adored this shirt that I have here. Like I said, everything's within reach. This one here. I'm not like most teens. I'm in my 50s. So, and he loved it, right? So I ordered him one and sent it to him. So hopefully you've got it by now, dude. If not, I'm going to for GT40. That's what I was using in GT, the racing
Gran
game.
Turismo.
Thank you.
Turismo.
Well,
Gran Turismo. That's what I was racing, and along with that Super Beetle, the fucking VW that they put the number 53 on it. So for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about,
the Love Bug.
Herbie,
the Love Bug.
Herbie.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
600 horsepower bug, people. How can you go wrong with that?
But sweet.
Gran Turismo is actually the one that taught me all the aftermarket part names. So like Nismo, Rough, all those names that you don't associate with the actual car manufacturers. So that's what Gran Turismo did for me.
Sweet. Since I'm the first to say, like I said earlier, I'm not all that big, well known into a lot of car things, but wasn't the movie Ford versus Ferrari the one where Ford actually beats Ferrari in a race of some sort?
Because they had to figure out the suspension was a major part of that, because the way that if you go back to like the 57 Chevy, that thing would fishtail out in any bit of a turn because the wheels were not far enough back. The rear suspension was not far enough back, and there was so much weight hanging past the rear suspension that you just couldn't, if you had to turn, it was terrible. And that's why cars today, the rear wheels are basically at the very back of the car.
What?
And so Ford actually finally took that into consideration and built a car that finally would be Ferrari.
And that's Carroll Shelby's namesake.
Yep. My all-time favorite car is the AC Cobra.
Is 66, is that, or 64?
Well, it'd be 64, the one with the 427 in it.
Yeah.
My grandfather used to have
those edible
54.
gummies are kicking in now.
No. My grandfather had a 54 Rambler.
Ramblers are nice cars, man. Dodge Ramblers.
Yeah, he had a 54, and
so
it's
light.
funny. It's one of the funniest things.
Time period, they were one of the lightest muscle cars you could buy. Was a Rambler.
So that's the most beautiful car in the world.
Right there. Yep.
Woo-hoo!
Fuck yeah. Yep. Right there.
Ooh, she's
my all-time
beautiful.
favorite. Oh my god! Ever since I watched Gumball Rally, I've been in love with that vehicle. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go watch Gumball Rally. It was the precursor to Cannonball Run.
And here's what I'm saying. Look at where the rear wheels are.
Yeah.
Right in the back.
Right in the back. And then go look at like a 57 Chevy.
Oh, no, I already get it because the rear wheels were way farther, closer up forward.
Chevys had big-ass trunks on them. If you want to see a wheel that's closer to the back on a 57, go look at the Nomad. Because they didn't
closer
have
to the back,
the trunk.
but not the same way that.
Not like that. No, not at all. Not at all.
But
I really didn't see like the trunks that hung out way past the end were still popular, clear into like the 80s.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. But Neil, the Rambler my grandfather had, it's funny because ever since it got to the lot, from whenever it was first manufactured and everything, it had been in the family possession since then. Like different family members of ours, without actually knowing it, because on the back of the I drive a Morgan Plus 4.
That's okay, Rory. We'll never ask you to race us.
But so on the back of my grandfather's Rambler, it had a plaque of the car lot that it was on. That was a family-owned car lot, like that belonged to our family. Nice. The original owner who bought it brand new, his name was written on the owner manual that was still in the glove box when my grandfather had it. That was no, it was in pencil. But it was actually
so you could erase it if you wanted to.
Yeah, but no, it was his, and that guy was my grandfather's uncle. Then it disappeared, and when my grandfather got it, it was because another family member of ours over in California had it, and she passed on, and my grandfather was going to take it, but he had to wait an entire year before he can come and claim it due to the way the laws worked or whatever. And whenever he got it, he recognized all this stuff, and so it literally stayed in the family from the moment it reached the car lot to now that it's owned by my cousin.
Cool. Very cool. You gotta like those kind of stories with the heartwarming endings where you get to keep all that shit and stuff like that.
That's my favorite car company.
Audi, really?
Oh yes, no. Oh yes, no. I agree with Sweet because see, I'm an old school muscle car fan, but if I were to have a newer car, it would be an Audi. They are gorgeous. They are very, very smooth.
2019 A4.
Yeah. They are very pretty.
They are
really.
They are very smooth whenever you go to work with them. Like everything about them is amazing.
They're expensive as shit if anything breaks though.
Oh,
they're expensive as shit.
I used to work in auto parts. I know all about the A4 replacement parts.
Yeah, and up till about 2006, Audi was terrible with like how reliable they were, and then they switched over to basically turning that 2.0 turbo into their mainstay and everything. And when they did that, they basically got the tolerances to the point where that engine never breaks down.
Edward, I'm disappointed here. I see you drinking water. What the fuck is going on here?
I was on vodka all night, and now, by the way, in UK is the sun rising at the moment.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. Kristen's
well,
here.
I'm drinking brisk iced tea.
That's your problem.
Even
That's
worse,
brisk, baby.
It's not a New York, Long Island iced tea. No.
Mm-mm.
All right, that's your problem.
Just a 2-liter of brisk iced tea, lemon flavor.
I'm almost out of beer. I'm gonna have to go get more. Of course, I'm not gonna drive. I'll just skip the dishes and get someone to bring it to me.
Well, I have Yellow Rose whiskey in the freezer.
That's what my super chat from before was for.
What's a Yellow Rose brisk, by the way? What's a Yellow Rose brisk?
No. I said I in my freezer I have a Yellow Rose whiskey.
Whiskey. Sorry.
Yeah.
I know.
Whiskey.
Whiskey.
The Canadian
And
whiskey,
what I like
American
about this whiskey?
Scotch whiskey.
Oh,
Irish whiskey.
it's a Texas whiskey.
Oh, so it's garbage. Is that what you're telling me?
No. Actually, no. No, Neil, I'm actually really surprised because the thing is everything that's been Texas whiskey that I've heard about, everyone always says it's garbage, but this Yellow Rose one, it's really, really smooth. It smells delicious, and it tastes delicious.
If it doesn't start with Glenn, I don't care. Just kidding.
Lord have mercy. But it's actually a really good whiskey. It's just that I don't want to drink it right now because that bottle for the smallest bottle I found, it was like almost $40, and so I don't want to have to.
That's acceptable.
I don't want to have to go out and buy more anytime soon.
Which Tesla is the best at? Not even close, Kristen. Sorry.
My foreman when
Nikola Tesla is the best Tesla. Thank you.
Yeah.
My foreman when I worked construction used to tell me the best whiskey was Scotch, and he liked it like he liked those women, 21 years old and single.
I love it.
I agree.
Hopefully.
Okay, I sound like a total perv right now. But yes, Bubba Chubbs. So many moderators. I was very, very. I was like Oprah with wrenches at one time. You get a wrench. You get a wrench. You get a wrench. Not so much anymore. I've got enough moderators.
But Neil, the whiskey I was talking about, it's actually they go off about how they are the only surviving distillery in Houston.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, because during Prohibition, everything. Yeah, during Prohibition. During Prohibition, all distilleries were like destroyed and everything like that. But this one made it through, and it's still up and going today.
Take it easy, Rory. It's okay. Wrench, spanner, doesn't matter. It's all good.
My favorite hypocrisy moment from Republicans is we need to make abortion illegal so no one will have one. And then they turn around with the gun argument and say, yeah, if you make guns illegal, everybody will still get them. It's like, wait a minute here.
Wait, say that one more time, Sweet.
The pro-life argument is we need to, overturn Roe v. Wade so that abortion is illegal so that it doesn't happen anymore. And then they turn around and in the same breath go, no, you can't take away the Second Amendment. It doesn't matter because everyone will still be able to get guns.
Dude, we'll never accuse them of having viable brain cells, okay?
So the funniest thing about all this is the fact that, like, historically, if you look at the United States, anything that has been outlawed or banned before, it makes them want them more. And so, like, for instance, we had Prohibition where they said, you know what? Nope, y'all can't drink anymore. And we had a percentage of the population that go, you want to bet? And they still ended up drinking. Yeah. So the thing is
this question?
Oh, well, what's it?
Before you carry on with the whole drinking, because this is literally what they ask. What are these conversations usually about besides alcohol? Which I'll guarantee you, Bubba, always comes up in these conversations. I'm new here, so I'm just curious. We
Politics, economics,
you name it. Like anything
religion.
goes. In my after parties, anything goes. In my initial interviews with my guests, which of course today would be the guy that you see here dressed in red, Atheist Morph. I usually do deconversion stories, or if they're cradle atheists, as we call them, we generally talk about religious influence in our lives, something like that. So yeah, but in the after parties, anything goes pretty much, and they're usually really funny. So I hope you enjoy what you're hearing. Right now, we're on the scotches and different whiskeys and stuff like that.
Frustrated lives in the Bible Belt, and I come from a fundamentalist family, so we both can talk
we know all religious influence. Yes, we could definitely talk about that. I mean, hell, one of the biggest songs here in Texas is "God Bless Texas." With his own hands brought down angels from the promised land. Gave them a place where they can dance. If you want to see heaven, brother, here's your chance. I've been sent to spread the message. God bless Texas.
This motherfucker. I gotta mute this motherfucker right now. It's enough of this shit.
Hey, we're here.
They're
usually really funny. Usually, maybe not so much today, but I think we've had a good time.
Now, if you want a good laugh, I could actually screenshot some of the Facebook conversations I've had with my mom over BLM over the last few days, because she's an all lives matter type, and it's like,
oh my god, you ask Mikey Famine in the chat how I feel about the all lives matter people.
And you know what? I check every privilege box there is. I get it. And even I understand the concept. It's like...
Oh, Mikey asked who sings that song? Yeah, it was me at the moment.
Why?
Because I had to.
Correct.
The only thing I know about Texas is the hair from the 80s, because it was the bigger the hair,
the beehive. To God. Oh yeah, my grandmother had the beehive up until she died. Like that was her hairstyle. She had the beehive. That's it. That's all she would ever get.
Was it a wig or was it an actual?
No, it was her actual hair. It was her actual hair.
Because I know most of the people in the South that try to do that, they have to throw the wig on.
Yeah, well, you see, the thing is here in Texas is everything has to be bigger. So, like even whenever I was in high school, they had this thing where, continental United States, everything is bigger in Texas. So, as a matter of fact, during my high school days, what the girls used to do is they used to do this weird fucking thing with their hair, where it's like they try to do. Y'all know the Long Island medium woman.
Oh God! Why?
And how she wears her hair. But you know how she wears her hair. This is what they would do.
I'm raging right now.
This is what they would do in order to because they always try to make it as big as they possibly fucking can, and it was like,
I think that's
why though?
I think that's
but please,
pussies are bigger.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yes, they are. No, trust me, we have the biggest pussies here. You want to see them? All you have to do is just even act like you're about to, come at them and, oh my God, please no, don't. Here's my wallet. Here's my keys. Here's my phone. Now, I'm not saying I know this from personal experience, but just I'm not saying that. No, just don't come at me ever.
That have come out of Texas. I love the all hat, no cattle. Phrase. That is one of my favorite to come out of Texas. And the
all
bigger
hat,
the hair,
no cattle.
The all hat, no cattle for me is how I describe it. It's they think they're big shit. But
throwing hot dogs down a hallway.
oh, okay, then yes, there's some women who are like that too. No, let's not get that twisted.
I haven't heard that expression since like 1988.
What, the all hat, no cattle, or the hot dog one?
No, throwing hot dogs down a hallway.
Yeah, no, that one's definitely also true.
Isn't Texas one of the most religious states that has the most abortion rate too?
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Texas is the biggest religious state, so you know they're all fucking. You know they are.
Yeah, I know. Well,
that must have been beautiful.
If people would be honest about it, I would love to do a study on how much virginity was lost at church camp.
Oh, buddy, I went to
I bet there's a lot,
and there was a lot going on there too.
It's just something about.
Let alone, we had a cabin.
Religious team.
One half of the cabin was all mattresses. Guess what was going on in that place?
Any place that you have a bunch of religious teens around, they horny.
Not teens in general. You didn't have to be religious.
Oh, but no. The thing is, teens in general are horny. The religious teens are even hornier because they don't get to be able to go out to do it. They're repressed. They're told that is a sin, and you will be burn in hell if you act upon those sinly urges.
Just fucking shut him up. Hang on. yes, Christian, it did, but it's not surprising for my my chats. Yeah, we get a little pervy from time to time. It's okay. Not a big deal. I gotta get out of here though, guys. So we're gonna
lame.
What are you talking about, dude? This isn't all I do. I do have people that expect me doing things.
You know you don't have a life, Neil.
I have to go and help my mom tomorrow move a bunch of shit. Randolph is coming to help me. I got a bunch of shit.
Tell her you're sick.
There you go. I'm not telling her I'm sick. She relies on me to do this. She's moving. So
tell her, look, Mom, I'm somebody on the internet, okay?
She doesn't care. She doesn't care.
Somebody on the internet. You need that shirt, Neil.
I actually saw one at Walmart. It says I'm famous on the internet. I thought I could. No, that's just stupid. I don't make it wear a shirt like that.
What constitutes famous on the internet? Like how many subscribers do you need?
I have no idea. I don't know. I'm lucky to have the subscribers I have. All right, so that's all I can tell you.
I'm happy to be one of them.
When I see that there's almost 1,500 people that subscribe to me, I'm like, that many people actually give a shit about what I have to say. I'm like, what? My mind's always blown about shit like that. So,
and Tony Designs, yes, you are YouTube's hat chide famous.
Yes, this is absolutely perfect.
Very nice. Well, Neil,
so if you want to increase that number a lot, Neil, all you need to do is start producing religious content. They'll follow you.
Yeah, get the grift on, Neil. Get the grift.
Yes, yeah. This is for sure. This is why I don't feel bad about us talking about sensual topics or sexual topics. I don't care. Like we can be as pervy as we want on my show, and we have nobody with fucking a little white thing between their black collars going, shame on you. We don't have any of that going on. Unless
nobody's clutching their pearls.
And I really don't know what we've said tonight that's been all that, risque.
Well, not really. We joke about it.
I don't know. My ultimate meat pizza was pretty risque.
So, hey, Neil, call Jen in here so we can really get the conversation
right
going.
Right? Like, you think we're pervy? Wait till I get Aldrich in this shit. Right?
Oh Lord!
Look, I don't know, Neil. My ultimate meat lovers pizza was pretty risque. Talking about all that deliciousness.
He could throw it down the hallway.
I mean, it's like got every meat they got. You do not like throw extra meat. It's not a meat lover pizza. It's a meat fetish.
Meat and fetish.
Well, you see, because I sat there and looked at the meats that they had on there. I was like, you know what? That's not enough. Let's see what other kind of meats they have. Oh, grilled chicken? Yeah, put that shit on there. What's that, Canadian bacon? Fuck yeah, do that too.
This is, it's Canadian bacon. It's back bacon. It's not ham. Can it? So anyway, that's beautiful, brother. I love it.
Just keep the
box. Got a Cornish hen sitting on top of it.
The whole way through, I abruptly ended it. I wonder why. Everything finally came to an explosive ending, I'm imagining.
Look, IQ, the very second that they add turducken as a possibility to put on pizza, it's going on my pizza.
Throw a croque madame on there so you get the fried egg.
Yeah. It's got to be a century egg, though.
Good.
You ever had a century egg?
Oh God, no! Please don't. Please, if you throw a century egg on my pizza, I'm gonna say you ruined it. You ruined it. It had all this deliciousness on it, and you fucked it up.
Well, how do you know? Have you ever tried a century egg?
No, but I already can tell you it's disgusting.
Oh, but I have an opinion on something I've never tried.
I do.
I think he needs some Rocky Mountain.
Well, I don't have to try dog shit to know that it's probably not good.
All right, but no one ever said that dog shit was edible. Okay, so
I don't know. There's some people, out there. They like pineapple on pizza. So I mean, you never know.
Exactly.
Oh, look at this. What about artichoke hearts? You ever had artichoke hearts on pizza?
I haven't had it on pizza, but I have had artichokes in different dishes, and they are delicious.
They're great on pizza. Anyway.
You know what? I will have to take your word until I actually get a moment to where I can try it.
Squirrel pizza. I can't say I've had squirrel pizza. I have had squirrel, but not pizza. Squirrel pizza.
I haven't had squirrel either, but I hear it's really, really greasy.
If you cook it properly, it's not that greasy.
It's not like rabbit.
Oh, then I don't want it because greasiness is the best.
Yeah, rabbit. You can starve on rabbit.
Are these all sexual positions you guys are talking about? Food. Sex and food go together. Haven't you seen 9.5 Weeks? Come on.
Sex and food are both amazing.
There is some food that is quite organic.
All about strawberries and chocolate and whipped cream. Oh yeah, baby. Anyway,
Robert, if you delete my channel, you'll be doing the world a favor. I'm just saying that now.
He does enough damage in my after parties. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, I got to get out of here. So I'm going to bring this to an end. Atheist Morph, just all right, that's it. Fucking shut the fuck up. All right, so Atheist Morph, I just want to say thank you again for being my guest today. I'm sorry, Russ, I won't move.
No, thank you.
It was so much fun.
It was great.
Yeah, absolutely. And Swede, stop dying. At least turn off the camera if that's going to happen. Right. And Edward, I hope you had a good time as your first time. But privilege. Well, I don't know about that. Let's not hype me up too much. It's been fun having you in. It's great to get to know new people. I will send you a message on Twitter, and we'll set up a time for you to come on and tell your story as well. Okay.
Thank you.
Neil, I got to say, though, if Swede actually does that on camera and we watch it, then maybe once and for all, we'll be able to see if the Harry Potter world actually exists. Because the only way to see Thestrals is if somebody dies, if you witness it. So I'm just going to say, it may be a plus if we see him die on camera, is all I'm saying.
No, it wouldn't be a plus. We'd be losing somebody we give a crap about. So that's not a plus.
Well, it won't be as bad. I guess it'd be like, it's a negative, but it's just a little less of a negative.
It won't be as bad. Like, what?
Yeah.
What you evil dick. Like, what the hell is this shit all about?
I thought you were supposed to talk about my demise behind my back.
Well,
look, I don't talk about anything behind your back that I won't say to your face. So
we have an entire group dedicated to that, Sweet. So it's like, I'm just kidding.
Fair enough.
We got a Twitter chat. How are we going to make him laugh himself to death?
I'm guessing Randolph started that one.
How'd you know?
He's already tried to kill me a week ago.
That's right. IQ, always great to have you in, even though you were kind of silent this time. But
yeah, it happens.
Yeah, I hear you. Considering what we've been talking about, the shit you've been going through, it's not surprising. And Frustrated Atheist is being one of my oldest friends on here. Always a pleasure having you. Always fun.
Oh, I always love hanging out with you, Neil. You make my nights very, very interesting from time to time.
From time, not all the time, just from time to time.
Oh, just from time to time, because sometimes you're a real bore. You drag me down sometimes, and I'm just like, damn it, Neil.
On most people, so yeah, I get it.
And besides, as Neil said, it was sensual.
Sensuous.
Look, keep talking like that, Neil, and we're gonna have to continue this on off air for a minute.
All right, just let me get ready. No, I'm just kidding. No, nobody wants to see my old white ass cranky fucking old guy body. Nobody wants to see that. I will. Everyone that I have sub to me now will be like, "Fuck this! I'm unsubbing. This guy's fucking gross." But anyway, until next time, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the chat we had here. These things usually go any which way, as you guys know. It's always rotten pieces.
Rotten pieces. That's great.
I don't even know what the hell. Rip in peace. I thought it was. Oh, I can pimp you out. I thought you were gonna say I can pump you up, like the old.
I can bump you up.
Hans and Franz.
Hans and Franz. We can pump you up. Yeah. Anyway, until next time, guys. OnlyFans. 6904. What the hell? Would you stick it?
Because you got to have the 69.
69. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm a little slow sometimes. Yeah, sorry about that. Anyway,
yeah, make sure you come to there and donate to us. Because me and Neil, we need some money now.
Someone wants it. I appreciate your encouragement there, Flow State. Nobody wants this shit. Anyway, I know we're going through the pandemic thing right now, guys, so remember to be well, be safe, and be kind above all. And like I always say at the end of my shows, whether they be after parties or interviews, like the late, great Christopher Hitchens once said, it's called faith because it's about knowledge. Thank you guys for hanging out, and we'll see you guys next time.
Rock hard nipples.